Welcome to Spotlight. I'm Katy Blake.
And I'm Joshua Leo. Spotlight uses a special English method of broadcasting. It is easier for people to understand, no matter where in the world they live.
A group of children play outside. They climb up a large plastic structure. They swing up and back on seats attached to ropes. This playground is in the middle of a group of houses. All the walking paths in this housing area lead to the playground, and all of the doors and windows open towards the playground. This way, parents can easily watch their children playing. This housing area was designed to be safe for families. But it is much more than that. Today's Spotlight is on the Entre Nous Femmes Housing Society in Vancouver, Canada. We look at how they provide a new future through housing.
In 1991, 1 out of every 5 families in Vancouver was a single-parent household. These families do not have 2 adults working and caring for the children. Only 1 adult is responsible for the whole family. Often, this adult is a mother. Some of these single mothers have never been married. Some are widows because their husbands have died. And others are divorced from their former husbands.
Many single parents have struggles. Single parents often work at jobs that do not pay much money. And while she is working, a single parent has to find good care for her children. Single parents are also more likely to have trouble finding good housing. They spend a lot of their money on housing, so they often have to live in houses that do not cost much money. And these houses are often not clean or safe.
But in Vancouver, there is a group helping single parents. The group is called ENF. ENF stands for Entre Nous Femmes. This name is French. In English, it means Among Us Women. The group is based on the idea of women helping other women. April English is one of the people who started ENF. She explains in a video what the name means.
It was coming from a point of belief in ourselves. So what we were doing was saying, we women have what it needs. We women know what can happen. We have the skills to create it. And so that is how we came up with Among Us Women.
When ENF began, their main goal was to help single parents. But they were not sure how to do this. So they talked to many people. they found out that having a safe place to live was the most important thing for single mothers. Leslie Stern was another woman who began ENF. She explains what they did next.
Housing was the key issue. We joined a group in the government. Together, we looked to see if it was possible to create this housing. We did the research and we put together a good plan. And we got the first round of money needed to develop the plan even more.
With money from the government and other organizations, ENF began in 1985. They opened a building where many families could live. It was the first of 8 housing complexes. These complexes are safe and clean for families.
The head of one of these families is Budiseya Uwamama. She and her family lived in refugee camps in Ethiopia. But then her husband became sick and died. When Uwamama came to Canada, she had very little money. But she found a place to live at ENF. She describes where she lives on ENF's video.
The house is big. The children have room to play, and they each have their room. It is very nice.
ENF does not charge very much money. They provide housing for women like Uwamama, so she can take care of her children. Now Uwamama is learning English. Then she can look for work.
The larger purpose of ENF is to help people deal with their own problems. So, ENF also provides job training. This is very important for single parents. It gives them a way to improve their lives.
ENF manages the buildings. It keeps them in good working order, but the tenants who live there are also important. They are very involved with each other. This gives them more than just a place to live. Debbie O'Connell lived in ENF housing in the 1980s. She says the most important thing she gained from ENF housing was a sense of community. She wrote in the ENF newsletter,
"This sense of community was very welcomed. I was a single parent with limited money, but I had support from other tenants as well as the organisers and workers of ENF. There were childcare exchanges and work parties at our building. Tenants cared about their building because it was their home. They had pride in where they lived. The board listened to building concerns and tenant issues. We would work towards solutions."
Diane Prezisny is the single mother of 3 children. They had been living in a small, dirty apartment. But Diane and her children found a new place to live with ENF. It was clean and safe. But there was an even greater result of living in the ENF house. She thought about herself in a new, better way. Diane says,
It was a huge boost in terms of self-esteem. When you cannot provide a safe environment for your family, then nothing else matters. I felt like I was being a better mother. I felt better about myself. Financially, I was much better able to provide a healthier environment for them.
And soon, Diane was able to go back to school. Today, she is a registered nurse working at a local hospital. Without ENF, she could not have paid for her nursing education. She says,
I feel like I am finally living my life right now. It feels good. It feels like I am going where I am supposed to be now.
After 5 years of living in ENF housing, Diane bought her own house. She says ENF brought her out of her situation and gave her hope. Since the organisation began, ENF has housed over 1,000 lower-income families, and they continue to provide safe housing so people can have hope for the future. Next Spotlight programme. Goodbye.